Hi, this is Amanda Hill, and in this video, we're going to look at your targets and what you can use Sprift for to help you hit those, and potentially what you're leaving on the table. Let's go and switch over to Sprift and see what that means. So here we have Sprift. Pick your area. Keep it short and to the point. You're going to pick reduced. These are people who've realised that they're probably on at too much money. We're going to pick fall throughs. Now, these are the easiest of wins, the lowest hanging fruit, if you like. If they've lost their buyer, they're definitely ready to talk to somebody right now. Now, ultimately, we will also look at anybody who is 11 plus weeks on the market. But let's start with these ones first. What I've actually also done is I've taken property type. I don't want anything that's a flat. Lots of different reasons, but the easiest ones to complete on are things that are not being slowed down by managing agents. So I've aimed particularly for freehold property. So if you just click apply, you'll see by add to basket how many you have. If you click select all, you can download that now as a CSV file, and that will go into something like Excel. That now gives you your list of potentials. Look at the price, and that will give you potentially what's on the market in terms of commission. If you have a minimum commission of £4,000 plus VAT, that's easy. If you've got 16 properties times 4, so that is £64,000 worth of commission. So how much of that would you like? And how hard will you work to keep following up with people to actually get those properties? And that's just the reduced and the fall throughs. What happens when you add week 11, 12, whatever, when people are out of contract? All of you have access to this. Why don't you go and have a look and see how much is on the table for you and what you're going to do next? Now, of course, from here, you can individually send to any of these properties. So if you, for example, went to do a Sprift report on just one of them, you have a button to the right that says you can send something to them. Now, if I just add this to the basket, I can actually print it from here anyway. So let's just go and have a look and see what that looks like. So I now need a template. Now, these templates need setting up before you actually do this. So that's just a blank IAD letter template that I could use, although it looks like my other templates seem to have disappeared again. Let's go and find those or recreate it. Now, it's a very old one, so Lord knows where my templates have disappeared, but there you go. You're looking for, when you're in prospect, so you have to be here, you're looking for here, and you're looking for templates. So in my templates and in letters, I do have lots. So I could potentially go and find one of these, or I can create a new one. So these are a good space for you to start creating. Now, anything that's in all of the other templates, you can actually go into them and you can actually turn them into something that would end up in my templates. So when you change any of these and you actually put your own stamp on them, so here's a wanted one, then you can just add, you can select it first. It's very similar to Canva. In fact, I think it's built on the back end of Canva. So any of you who are Canva people, you can see it's now got the IAD logo in it. And I can change this. I can change the picture to something locally that people are going to recognise. I can change it to one of the properties that I'm aiming at, and you can do every single one individually. If it's a £4 commission, are you going to do that? Maybe. It depends. But that's quite a sweet picture, but it isn't anything around here. So I would go and find a picture of somewhere that is local and recognisable. Then save it to my templates. So you would upload your picture just on the left there. And then when you come back into my templates, it will actually be here. So that's in postcards, and that now to come into letters, I would want to go and pick a letter one to do that with. So I can send them all from here without an issue. Or I can print them and go for a walk and go and get myself seen in my area. But go and download your CSV file, work out how much that actually means to you, look at some of the people involved and see if they're an easier win or a harder win, and see where you can actually start building your shop front of property for people to come and see with you. Because once you start getting property on, you're going to start building the people looking, which means you can then go look for similar properties. Now, on the rental side, for example, Sam had a ridiculous number of people applying, probably 90 to 100 people, which means she now has a list of a lot of people looking for a specific. It only takes you starting that little process to actually build your database in Rex and give you lots of people looking. Then you need lots of property, and then you can balance the two off. So go and see what your potential could be.